Hi, welcome to the Herbal Kitchen. I'm Catherine Corona, and we're going to show you some wonderful, wonderful things you can do in your own kitchen with herbs. Today we're going to start with the herb lavender, and we're going to make a wonderful herbal lavender lip balm. Okay, and here are all our tools for our lip balm. We have our strained oil infusion. We're going to take 4 tablespoons and put it in our double boiler here. Double boiler is just a pot with water in it, and then we put a metal pot on top of it. I think that was 3. Here we go, 4. We don't want it to get too hot, just warm enough. There we go, we put that on low. Now, just warm enough, because what we're going to do is melt this beeswax. Isn't that beautiful? Beeswax, it has the most beautiful fragrance. I'm going to use a dough device here and just take the corner and we flake it off, okay? I have some I did earlier, and it just comes off like that. And we're going to use about 2 fluffy tablespoons of beeswax. There we go. You might use 1 just if you're doing a little pot of lip balm, but 4, we want a little bit harder when using a mold like this. We want to make sure while that's warming up, we're going to stir it occasionally, but we make sure that the plunger is all the way down so we have room. I'm going to take the caps off. Let's give this another little stir. And that just takes a little bit to melt in there. I have a measuring cup here because when this is all melted, I'm going to pour it in here. It's just easier to pour into the molds with a spouted measuring cup. There we go. Now, while that's warming up, I'm going to use vitamin E as a preservative at the very end. And I'm also going to wait till that's melted, and I'm going to put about 20 drops of lavender essential oil. Now you can also get this at health food stores, you can get it on the internet. mountainroseherbals.com is a great place, and there's some mail order herbal shops as well to get any kind of essential oil you could ever dream of. So also with our herbal infusion here, we're going to use our beautiful bath oil and massage oil. And I just love to find these lovely jars. Wouldn't that be nice on the corner of your bath? This is ready to go. The lavender is in it. It has a beautiful aroma. If you want a little stronger aroma of lavender, we can put some essential oil in it. Not too much, just a few drops. There we have our massage oil, our bath oil. So our beeswax is just about melted. I'm going to put in our lanolin, and our lanolin, just a dab or 2. Lanolin just gives a creaminess to our lip balm. And that has to melt too. Doesn't that look nice? Lanolin comes from sheep. They take the lanolin off the wool. I'm not sure how they do that, but they shear the sheep first, right? And the sheared wool, that melts really quickly. As soon as everything is melted, that's when we want to put our vitamin E oil right at the very end. So we're just doing 1/8 of a teaspoon. Here we go. And the very last is our 20 drops or so of lavender. That's 10. That'll be about 20. Everything's melted. We're going to do 1 clear, okay, for your kids, for yourself. This is a little bit warm, so I don't hurt my fingers. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to pour that right into our measuring cup. You got to go kind of fast because it's going to get hard quickly, but don't worry. You can always just put your measuring cup back in the water. Here's our first one. Look at that. I'm going to bring it all the way to the very, very top. just got it with the surface tension. It's going to be a beautiful top. Look at that. I'm bringing this back in to our bowl because now I'm going to make a lip balm with color. Here we have our beetroot. Can you imagine beetroot? This was a dye. It's used as a dye. I'm just going to take, I would say that's a smidge. Don't you think that's a smidge? You use more, it gets darker. You use less. And mix it in. I'm going to look here as I mix it. You have to mix it pretty good because it kind of clumps. But can you see? It's starting to get a nice rosy color. Here's my little tip. Here's my little secret ingredient, my little secret formula. It is mica. And the mica is what is going to give it shine and shimmer. It's going to make it so beautiful. So if you want a more natural look, just put a little beetroot. If you want a little shimmer, mica. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but what this is, it looks opalescent. Isn't this amazing? And everything's natural, it's all from nature. We're just gonna mix that really well. Now we have our color, we have our shine, we have all natural ingredients, we have our beautiful fragrance of lavender, and we're going to be using this. You just can't not feel beautiful. I'm putting this back in the same because that's fine. And then here we go back to our tube. This is when your messiness, and I'm such a messy cook, but I didn't even, oh yes I did, I made a drop. And by tomorrow morning, you're going to have the most wonderful, wonderful, I have some that are done. I made yesterday. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? I turn it from the bottom. And it's so creamy. And it just has that hint of lavender. It's just wonderful. Here's one that I made yesterday also, and that's just the clear. It looks a little green, but it goes on your lips clear. Green is from the lavender. It is so good, and the whole house smells like lavender. We'll see you next time on Catherine's Herbal Kitchen.